Woo! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple B Experience WrestleMania Wrap-Up Edition. That's right, I got a lot of stuff going on this week coming up because the Steelers Dynasty podcast got a 3-day event. And look, I'm just excited for wrestling, but not tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I got some notes that I took. I've been very, very underwhelmed with WWE. I haven't done any wrestling shows in a while. And I don't know why that is, but please tell me, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening. Last week in AEW pay-per-view main event, MJF versus Kenny Omega was fucking lights out. Tonight, it was fucking lights out for me to go to sleep. Saturday, WrestleMania 42. Terrible. Terrible. But I have notes. I'm going to get into it. My first bitch, because it's in Vegas, it started at 6 o'clock. Okay? It's unreal. And you guys got comments. You guys can say what you want. You guys can do what you want. I have a poll tonight on the Triple B Experience WrestleMania Night 1 Wrap-Up Edition. Let me get to the poll. There it is right there. That's the poll. I'll keep it on. So, first and foremost, like I said, it was in Vegas. Starts at 6 o'clock. Okay. 2 matches are on ESPN 2. Okay. So now if you're buying fucking WrestleMania, 2 of your matches out of the 7 are on fucking free cable TV. Tomorrow, the Brock Lesnar match is going to be on ESPN. And the ladder match. I think it's the Intercontinental ladder match tomorrow, which will be on ESPN. So 2 matches are going to be on free cable, not on stuff that you pay for. So that, hey Shane, how you doing? That, and I'm back on Facebook because Shane just showed me right there. Devil, what's up? Shane, how you doing? I'm back on Facebook. My jail sentence is over, ladies and gentlemen. But maybe if I go on a rant about wrestling, I might be back on. Okay, they were in Vegas in that big, huge stadium last year, ladies and gentlemen, because I got a notepad and I wrote this down. Last year's WrestleMania, 61,467 at last year's WrestleMania. This year's WrestleMania was 50,816. And then Bianca Belair came out and said that she was pregnant. So it was 50,817. Okay. Congratulations to Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. That's awesome. And, John Cena was the host. But you're looking at almost, and they had, I believe, tickets for 68,000, close to 69,000. So there's 18 fucking thousand tickets that hasn't sold at a mega event of WrestleMania, 42 years in the making, because it started at Madison Square Garden. Okay. So, and hey, look, people, I'm just telling you, it's my opinion. Just my opinion. You gear up to watch something, you do what you want because you love it. And when you see something for 4 fucking hours, you can't get your hours back. I don't know what WWE was doing with TKO. I have no idea because I'll be honest with you, I have not watched the WWE product until Friday night. I watched SmackDown and it put me to sleep. I didn't see the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony speeches, which I usually do, but that was at 12 o'clock at night. Like, come on, people. Like, I understand that. Maybe they should go Thursday night or something, prime time. People got to fucking work. Like, who's going to fucking stay up till 12 o'clock at night to watch a Hall of Fame ceremony? I can't. When I get up at 5, I can't do it. Like, look, I'm chit-chatting about WrestleMania 42. This is, I'm just shooting from the hip, people, but I do have some notes. 68,000, 50,000, almost close to 51,000, but not close enough. 18,000 tickets. And Pat McAfee, whatever he did, I have no idea. They used Pat McAfee. They discounted tickets. You can't afford to go to fucking Mania anyway. So if you're a family of 4, you mortgaged your house, you cut off your arm, you siphoned the tanks of your whole fucking neighborhood's cars so you could get there. Okay. And that's not counting food and drink and whatever, souvenirs. WWE is going to fucking price itself right out, and it looks like it did to my eyes, because you got 18,000 tickets not sold is another fucking arena. That's the PPG arena, which was probably packed tonight when the Pens played the fucking Flyers. Just saying. Okay. So they started off on ESPN2 with a 6-man tag match. Jey Uso last year won the heavyweight title. This year he's the fucking curtain jerker opening up WWE fucking Mania 42 with his brother. Jay gets into it. I don't know if it was hey, Morty, what's up? I don't know if it was whatever, if it was a shoot or real or whatever. I have no idea. It was some fucking rapper dude on a podcast, and he fucking grabbed him and beat the living shit out of him. I have no idea. I don't know if it was scripted. Because if it was real, maybe WWE wouldn't have talked about it on the pay-per-view. They would have fucking kirked that under the rug, maybe. So I think it was, I like your new accent in the promo. Oh, thanks, Morty. Thanks, Morty. Hope everything's good, Morty. Draft's coming, Morty. 3 days at the draft at the Ben Franklin Tap Room. I'm excited. I'm going to be talking football all next week. So the 6-man tag match was Usos and LA Knight versus the Vision with Austin Theory and Logan Paul. I hate fucking Logan Paul, but hey, look, he's got a million fucking trillion fucking subscribers. Little kids love him. They drink his fucking prime and they curb his nuts. I don't know. I don't care. He's a great athlete. Him and his brother are fucking doing it. I don't care for him, but I live in America and I have my entitled to my opinion. So, hey, Kenny, what's up? So, and then they tagged up with fucking iShow Speed. Another YouTuber, another kid who's 21 years old. He looks like a great athlete. He looked very, very good. He's been training. Okay, he did some flips. He was fast. He did some mat wrestling a little bit. You know what? You got the younger people, looking at WrestleMania and actually having mom and dad paying for fucking Mania through ESPN fucking app, which whoop-de fucking do, which I didn't have to pay for. Thank God I didn't. Didn't have any buffing issues. It was all good in the house of the Lord tonight. So, yes. Hey, Larry from Pro Wrestling Extreme. I am feeling the same way. I am venting. Look, when I get excited about professional, my house is loud. I'm fucking loud. When I get excited about pro wrestling, I got excited 2 weeks ago at TNA pay-per-view in Cleveland when big-time Bill Collier, his Agent Zero, had a match against the Moose, and he beat Moose fucking 1, 2, 3. Now that shit I got excited for. I was pumped. I was on the edge of my fucking couch. Tonight, I was not on the edge of my couch. And the only thing that fucking got me sprucey spruce is Paige coming back. I don't know what to tell you, people. I'm not sucking the fucking, the taint of fucking WWE. They fucking can, they can ruin. You're right. Worst fucking one. They need to go back to one day. Okay, so the eye speed guy, okay, messed up, was a little apprehensive in some of his moves. Logan Paul took the pin over LA Knight. Logan Paul turned on Speed. Speed's probably going to do some stuff here in the WWE down at the Performance Center. So he fucking he went off the fucking top of the fucking ring post. I could never do that in my fucking prime, nor I would want to do that. It happens, and he took out Logan Paul. And that was good. Like I said, last year, Jey Uso is fucking calling his, he's fucking tailor-made for winning a title. Today, he's fucking in a 6-man. So, but anyway, second match, Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre. Unsanctioned WWE match. It was hardcore, I guess. Now fucking WWE is so fucking, and TKO and ESPN is so fucking greedy. You're greedy motherfuckers. Greedy motherfuckers. You put fucking Slim Jim stickers on the fucking tables that you bust. You cheap son of a bitches. You cheap son of a bitches. Fucking, I like Drew McIntyre. I like Jacob Fatu. That match could have been a little better. I just feel that, you know what, it just didn't feel right for me. I seen, you know, the Jacob Fatu do some amazing things in the ring, and Drew McIntyre, I've always supported Drew McIntyre since he came back and worked his way when he was at TNA, and he went down to NXT, and then he went to WWE. And when he got the title in COVID times and he had to fucking nobody to defend it, you know, yes, Rich Smoke, the smartest man in Philadelphia. Yes, it was bad. It was bad. So Jacob Fatu, you know what? It took out Drew McIntyre with his, what's the move called? The double jump moonsault. Okay. And, you know, it is what it is. You know, he put Drew, you know, Drew sitting on a table, you know, boom, took the fucking pinfall winner, Jacob Fatu. Look, my color commentating is going to suck because, you know what, I just took a big healthy shit fucking 10 minutes ago right after that main event, because that's what it was. WWE Saturday night was a big shitstorm. I'm sorry. I love wrestling. I really do. But I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Okay. And people can bitch about Star Wars. I can bitch about WWE wrestling. I watch a lot of wrestling. I like a lot of independent wrestling. I do. People don't like what I got to say. Don't listen to me. You know, I don't care. Or write some whatever. But most of the people that are in the chat are cool people that know wrestling, and they know that it sucked tonight. So the third match was a 4-way ladies tag team championship match. The challengers, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair. Now Alexa Bliss come out to tribute to Bray Wyatt with a moth, and then you had Charlotte Flair as a butterfly. You know, Charlotte, who's single now, you know, she's just whatever. I love Charlotte as a ladies female wrestler. She is the pinnacle of ladies wrestling, you know, but lately it's not been so alluring to me. Versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyrie. And then what I thought was a cool fucking idea, and I know people are going to bash me. This was cool. The ladies tag team champions come out in all white. They did a tribute to Demolition. Lash Legend and Nia Jax. You know, I still like Nia Jax. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Lash, the Legend Girl, is going to be some powerhouse later on, probably in future Manias, I hope, and I hope they book them right. They were called the Irresistible Forces. Hey, whatever. But I thought that was a cool tribute to to Axe and Smash, who was at ringside with no face paint on. Now the Bella twins were supposed to come out, and good old Nikki was out with a boot. She had a fucking ankle injury. She got surgery 2 weeks before. But the thing is, with fucking the internet and AI and fucking leaks and whatever, everybody knew yesterday that fucking Paige was coming. So there was no secret about Paige coming. Like, Paige is coming. Paige is coming. Look, I personally, honestly like Paige. Look, Paige has went through a lot of stuff in her life, through the video, the explicit video, through abusive relationships, working at AEW, and now being signed back at WWE. It's a nice redemption story. I always liked Paige. I always did. I you know what I mean? And she tagged up with Brie. And I tell you what, Paige looked very, very good in the ring. Okay. Now, when she wrestled in AEW, it just didn't seem to flow. Maybe it's different because it's WWE ladies wrestling and it's AEW ladies wrestling. I don't know. But I will say this. It was nice to see Paige. And that was a bright spot in Saturday night's Mania Night 1. And they won the title. So Paige showing up, and that was a big fuck you to Tony Khan. Come on, we all know that. Because if I was a promoter, I'd do the same goddamn thing. I'd be like, yeah, Paige, we're booking you the championship match tonight, and you're going over. And the other fucking company you work for can suck a big one. But that's how it is. Competition. So I like Paige showing up. That was good. That was a highlight because I thought the Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre match would be a little bit better. Okay, so the fourth match was the women's Intercontinental title match. Champion AJ Lee. I'm going to be honest with you guys and girls and everybody out there. I am not an AJ Lee fan. And I'm not a Becky Lynch fan. So AJ Lee was the title holder. She had a nice little display with all these little girls that were skipping and jumping and humping down the boulevard. Not humping, but skipping. Down the boulevard. It was a nice little tribute. I think her family was there or something. And Becky Lynch come out, had some issues with the referee, Jessica Carr. Becky took the turnbuckle cover off, and then Jessica, the referee, put it back on, and then towards the end of the match, took it off. AJ took the bump in there, and boom, Becky Lynch, 1, 2, 3, your new Intercontinental Ladies Champion. I'm not impressed with Becky Lynch. Those two look very, very tiny to me. I don't know. I just don't know. Hi, Holly. How you doing? Thanks for popping on to Triple B Experience, where this is the first time in a long time that we've actually talked wrestling. I used to have mega panel shows, but you know what? It's just not, I just didn't feel it in my gut. But I wrote it down. I didn't have any predictions because how the hell can I predict what I just saw tonight? I could predict a fucking headache, a fucking shitstorm, and fucking polio all at the same time. But that's what I saw tonight. Okay. Now, the best match of the evening in my eyes was Gunther versus Seth Rollins. Okay. It was a good match. Either one of them in a match with somebody else is a good match. Seth Rollins is a very good wrestler. Gunther is a great wrestler. He just looks tall, lanky. He doesn't look fucking menacing enough, but when he chops you, you're going to feel it for weeks. So, I mean, it was back and forth. I knew something was going to happen because Tammy was right down there sitting beside me, and she was like, "This is boring." And I'm like, "Oh, Tam, just hold up, just hang out." And I said, "Tam, Braun Breaker's going to come and do something," and there he was. Speared Seth Rollins. And I wish I could predict the future for Powerball tickets because, you know what I mean? I just one time. So, Gunner choked him out, and he didn't tap. He just passed out. So, and then Paul Heyman come out. So the winner of that match number 5, was Gunther. But Gunther could not lose another WrestleMania match because he can beat everybody else and put everybody else in retirement, but he can't win WrestleMania matches. And realistically, he's probably going to go after Braun Breaker because you fucking put your nose into my business where you shouldn't have. And that's going to be a problem down the line. So Gunther and Braun Breaker is going to fucking meet because realistically, Gunther doesn't need anybody's help. That's just my opinion. Hopefully Gunter, next year, Gunther could win a WWE championship next year. But the way it's looking, who knows with these lovely storylines that they have. So, but okay, off to match 6. Match 6 was the challenger Liv Morgan, who won the Royal Rumble, the ladies' Royal Rumble. She's now a singer. People were bitching because she couldn't sing. Hey, look, I don't know. She had the balls to do it. Her opening, her little dance act was pretty good. I like Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan reminds me of a girl in the 80s who was like the party chick. You know what I mean? Like everybody had to go pick up Liv Morgan to go to the party. That's what Liv Morgan looked like to me, like the party chick. So, and she was going against the world champion Stephanie Valkyrie. with the fucking devil horns on from Satan, the Satan devil horns. It was an okay match. Perez came out, Raquel come out to help her, because of that faction that they have. Um, and Liv Morgan beat Stephanie and won the ladies world championship. Look, I when you're unenthused about stuff, you know what fucking made me excited was all the fucking movie trailers, which is sad because I'm a big, look at this, big fucking Star Wars fanatic, and they had the Mandalorian trailer. Well, they had the Mandalorian and Goguru fucking sitting at ringside using the Force or something. I don't know, but yes. And I told Tammy, I said, I don't think they're gonna have. It's surprising that they had 2 back-to-back matches, the ladies championship, and then now the main event with Cody Rhodes against Randy Orton. Oh fuck, I didn't know that. Oh, that sucks. Well, the whole day fucking blew. Mania sucked, and the fucking hockey game sucked. I didn't watch the hockey game because I can't watch 2 things at once. Well, that fucking blew. Well, that sucked. Okay, the main event, the undisputed WWE Championship, was the champion Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee coming out. I love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is fucking money. Oh, that's okay. You didn't spoil it, brother. I was gonna. It would have came up in my feed. The Pirates probably lost 2 today, but Pat McAfee come out to flipping off to the crowd. I love Pat McAfee. I love his show. People don't like Pat McAfee. You know what? I don't care. Go. You know what? Pat McAfee has done more for charity than you and anybody else and myself could ever be combined to do. So it is what it's all whatever. He came out, he got put through a stretcher by fucking Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's little spot there with the elbow off the fucking commentator thing. He thought he was fucking Macho Man Savage, which wasn't cutting it. I'm not a big Jelly Roll fan. Him and his fucking hooker fucking wife. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? They make her out to be a goddamn saint. Well, you know what I mean? I'm not getting political here, but, Jesus, God almighty. There you go. If you're a hooker, you can make money. Well, that's how hookers do. But anyway, but look, I didn't care for Jelly Roll. I rather seen like the speed kid in that first match actually do something and be of a celebrity type of something to come to Mania. Lord, I have a favor. Well, Lord, I have a favor. Hopefully tomorrow night it's better than Saturday night. So Randy Orton, I don't know what happened. It just didn't look smooth. The match, the main event just didn't flow for me. I know he has back issues and some of his moves were hurting. I don't know if it was whatever, but yes. Smoke says we can agree too many celebrities day. Let's focus on good matches and not money. Oh, they're all about fucking money, dude. It's corporate greed. Greed. They have a show, Smoke at NXT in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. If Larry's still on, he'll tell you. At the War Memorial NXT on a Sunday, and some of those tickets were going for $200 on a Sunday afternoon. Give me a fucking break, Give me a break. Give me a break at that Kit Kat bar. Bring Vince back. Wow. He's fucking laughing. Yep. They should have never went corporate. Because I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, WWE Network for $9.99 was the best fucking streaming service of all time. All time. I could watch Mid-South and WWE pay-per-views. Seriously. And then they got greedy. They all got greedy. Look, you can have a nice chunk of the pie. You don't have to take the whole pie. You don't have to buy the whole pizza shop. And you don't have to buy the whole block in your town. You can let other people be successful. And competition is very, very good. AEW, I don't watch a lot of that all the time. I know Darby Allin just became champion, beat MJF. I didn't see that match. But look, Darby Allin is a homegrown talent for AEW, and eventually was going to be time to be a heavyweight champion. A lot of people might not like that because he's not a big guy. Okay, there's no big superhuman big guys anymore. It's all about being able to wrestle. For me, I think, but I was always born with the Hulksters and the bigger guys, big because professional wrestlers want to be their real life superheroes because they're supposedly big dudes. You know what I mean? I'm a big fucking guy, and somebody's fucking 5'4" and he's wrestling. He better be a tactician where he could get me an arm and break my fucking break my arm and beat the shit out of me. Hey, you never know. I'm an old man now, so. But anyway, yes, Pat McAfee come back. They stretchered him out. Pat McAfee fucking later on in the match come down with a neck brace because he was stretching it out. He gave him the thumbs and he flipped everybody off. I'm like, he's coming back. You know what I mean? I mean, he was selling. But yeah, just the match just didn't look good. Charles Robinson got, RKO'd. It just, bloody. Orton was bloody. Fucking Cody was bloody. His eyes fucking swelled up or whatever. Look, I'm not look, the story when he went against Roman Reigns was a great story. And now it's just not, he's not bringing new eyes to the screen, maybe. I don't know. And they probably are. I don't know. I just live in Indiana County. I have no idea. It's just my opinion. And like I said, I haven't talked about wrestling on my podcast for a long, long time. And if you want to, please vote for the best podcast in Indiana County. Right there. Vote for us. Vote for us. Get on there. When I post it on Facebook, there's a link. The best podcast. I got to check out the other podcasts to see my competition because there is no competition because I'm the hardest working podcast in Indiana County. Look, it's 11:13 at night and I got a podcast show going on right now. And ain't none of them motherfuckers doing the same thing. And I'm doing shows every day. Like I'm a little bit extreme here right now, but hey, it is what it is. So yes, and I can be extreme. It's my show. And it's my opinion on what I saw tonight, which I'm never going to get back. And it was like, there was nothing like, oh God, oh man, that was great. I didn't see, that didn't get me off. Like I was sitting on my hands too, like everybody in that crowd, like that crowd sucked. They weren't into it. I don't know if they were fucking, shot with horse tranquilizers or whatever. They just wasn't into it. But anyway, get back to I got off topic about the main event. Cody retains. Orton takes the belt off Cody, smashes him in the head, and then gives him the old Randy Orton punt. And then at the end of the show, it's Randy Orton holding the title. So this feud is not over. It's not over. And eventually, I think Randy probably will get the strap, just didn't get it tonight. And I just, look, they had, what really started off the night with me was the opening monologue by some guy from a Grammy Broadway guy I never heard of before. Like, I don't like Tom Brady, but I would have had fucking Tom Brady open up. You're in Vegas. Why wouldn't you have Tom Brady fucking come out and open up that whole fucking match and mystiques of WrestleMania? Not this fucking guy who I don't never heard of before, which, hey, it's on me. And I have a poll, and let me see what people are saying here. One person said it fucking sucked. So there you go. And it did. The first night of Mania was terrible and just god awful. I would like to do more wrestling stuff. I really would, but sometimes the higher wrestling makes me upset. I watch a lot of independent wrestling. I support a lot of independent wrestling in the area. And Monday, ladies and gentlemen, I have an interview with Dan Polinsky, the father of Corey Graves and Sammy Adonis, the owner of Pros of Wrestling, with a big, huge show this Saturday, the Bruno Forever 2 show. Ken Patera, Missy Hyatt, Johnny, WWE Hall of Famer, Johnny Ross and Ken Patera. and Corey Graves will be in town. So I'm going to talk to Dan. It's going to be live at 5 o'clock, and I will not be swearing and going crazy because I do not do that during my interviews. When it's shows like this, yes, I'm very raw, very candid, very excited, and very entertaining, I think. I hope I am. And I'm back on Facebook now because I got taken off Facebook because I said something about Steeler tickets being $1,200 that I'm going to have to sell, a kilo of cocaine, and Facebook took me off of Facebook for a month. I was in Facebook jail. Never been in Facebook jail before because I'm trying to promote stuff. I guess my sense of humor, I guess people don't like. I don't know. I got nothing. I mean, it's got to be busy because I know next Saturday they're actually playing. They're playing right now at a place tonight. But my boys, Swamp Cadillac, will be playing at Raindrop come Saturday. I would like to see him, but if you live in Indiana County and you're not doing anything, go see the Battle of the Bands at Raindrop. Support Swamp Cadillac. Hit like and subscribe. They are going to be going places. They got other places they're going to, but they're going against Battle of the Bands for prize money. These guys has only been around for probably 7 months. Okay, 7 months, and they're getting gigs at big fucking places. They are. 5 guys, man, and they're all good dudes, and they just like to jam, and I like to go see them because it gets me out of the house. And I like that I never heard fucking Werewolves in London at a bar, and I never heard Megadeth in a bar either. I never heard Symphony of Destruction at a bar. And they do real good AC/DC, and they do a lot of 90s. Brandon Falcone's the front man. He's the lead singer. You got Roy Cresco, Josh DePietro, Mr. K. Kisnick, and you got Michael Fabian. I'm telling you, these guys are fucking good. And I think they're writing some of their own original songs too. So check them out on Facebook. Hit like, follow them. Swamp Cadillac. They'll be at Raindrop next week. And also, now this is why I'm not going to be there at Raindrop Saturday, because I will be, this is it, Thursday night, the full live experience, live stream. It's going to be Steelers Nation Australia. Mark's coming in from Australia, and Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Myself and Shane, we're going to be at the Ben Franklin Tap Room. 3 days. 3 days. We are the only podcasts doing this. Come down, hang out with us, get some pictures, talk to us. We're looking to have a little bit of merchandise, a little bit of giveaways. Hopefully we can see the Steelers. We're going to be there. I'm going to be there about 6:30 Thursday. We're going to go live at 7:30 or something before 7. And we're going to be there for a couple hours. And Friday, we're going to be down there also and doing the second and third round picks. And Saturday, we'll be there all day. I'm going to be down there all day. We've never done this before. I am a little nervous. We're going to have, we told people about 10 to 15 people come, Thursday. And, a lot of people are going down to draft and stuff like that. So, yeah, this week's going to be crazy. And Monday night at 10 o'clock, we'll be doing Steelers Dynasty Podcast right here. There's the logo right there. Tuesday at 7. Wednesday, I'll be by myself. Mark and Shane will be at a Pittsburgh Steelers thing. They're going to be special field correspondents. I'm going to be manning the tent right here. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then when I get home, we'll do some. We'll go right back live and then review what the Steelers got and stuff like that. And I'm very excited. And it's doing podcasts is a lot of work. But I try to do the best I can. And I want to thank the people that nominated and the people that voted for us on the best of Indiana County podcast. Because the Triple B Experience is also the Triple B Experience, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. All my interviews, everything I do is on one thing through on the audio format of podcasting. The YouTube channels, the Triple B Experience on YouTube, and the Triple B the Steelers Dynasty Podcast is on YouTube. I have 2 channels. And myself and Tammy, my wife, is going to come up with another. She's going to be the host, and we are going to talk about stuff that only married couples talk about, I think. And that's going to be something. We haven't we got a name for it, and we'll put it out there when we get everything finalized and Tammy's ready to go. You know, and she's not a person who gets on here and talks like her husband who doesn't shut the fuck up. But we got an ideas and we're trying to make it and we're trying to do stuff. And but tonight's WrestleMania, a 1 out of 10, I give it a 3. I'm sorry, I don't mean to bash it. Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you. Thanks, Devil. I'm giving it a 3. I like seeing Paige. The Gunther and Seth Rollins match was the best match of the night. Randy Orton just didn't seem like he was on. And I was looking forward to seeing Randy Orton take the title, but I think he's going to take the title later. I don't know what WWE got to get to have me come back and watching Raw and watching other stuff because I just don't. And that's why I'm not doing a lot of wrestling stuff, but I want to, but I'll talk to independents. And like I said, Monday with Pros of Wrestling, Dan Polinsky, that's going to be an interview at 5:00. That'll be done very professionally because I try to be professional on my interviews. Like I said, when I do shows like this or Steeler shows, I get a little animated and people are like, ah. But yes, I'm looking to try to get more social. You know, try to do some. I'm on TikTok, but I'm an old man trying a young man's game. But I will try anything to get you know, get the podcasts, get it out there. I appreciate Shane as much as he does. He does a lot of stuff, and God bless him. And we got the Steelers Dynasty podcast to over 800 subscribers. We got monetized. This channel here, the Triple B Experience, it has over 1,000 subscribers, but we don't have the watch hours that we need to get monetized. I'm going to try to rectify it, do something. But every Thursday night, myself, Cable, and Shane, we do top 10s. We talk pop culture. And I know we're taking a sabbatical this Thursday because it's the draft. But in 2 weeks, we're going to talk about our top 10 albums of all time. It's my pick. So, and the three of us like doing that show. It gets us to where we can watch pop culture and everybody that's in the chat interacts too, and that's cool too. And I appreciate all you guys. I really do. You guys are great on both channels. And if you guys watch both channels, God bless you because you do a lot of stuff. But yeah, tonight's WrestleMania, not too spectacular. I'm glad I'm back on Facebook. So now I could do like Facebook Lives and try to get people here. It's good seeing Rich, the smartest man in Philly, Rich Smoke. It was good to see Larry Stryker. You know, one of these days I need to do a mega panel again. Chris Royce is out there. God bless him. You know, Kal-El, I was talking to Kal-El was watching. I think Kal-El was the only one who probably liked wrestling because it's the WWE. Like, I don't know what they could do to make me inspired. I don't even like going to see WWE stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not spending fucking big money for that. It's corporate greed. They don't care, and they're not bringing good storylines to the masses. Tomorrow night, I hope it's a lot better. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, that's your title match. That's the main event. But also, too, the ladder match. And I'm looking forward to the Omofemi Brock Lesnar match. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Rhea has been sick as of late. And, that's not good. So hopefully, and then Monday night after Mania is always something crazy. So I'll probably watch that while I'm doing the Steelers Dynasty podcast because we know how Monday Night Raw is after Mania. Like I said, AEW title match last week actually was just very well done, and those guys, did some moves and stuff, and it was just, and it was just good. It was different. But like I said, overall, in the last 3 weeks, watching pay-per-view, the only excitement that I truly, truly had in professional wrestling was watching Big Time Bill Collier on his first pay-per-view on TNA Rebellion go over against Moose. And that was awesome. I think that was fucking great. He deserves it. He's fucking, I'm glad he's got signed with a company. and it's a long time coming. He's truly deserving of that. He is the staple and the blueprint of the wrestling around here in Pennsylvania, in Western Pennsylvania and Central Pennsylvania. I also have accolades for Spencer Slade. He's a blueprint. He's a busting his ass with NWA, and he's the junior heavyweight champion still. And hats off to those two, and like independently with Jake Wiley's and the Braden Elliott's and Tad Jarvis of Rise Wrestling, champions. They're out there. So there's a lot of good independent wrestling out there that's economically affordable for the families due to this high economic times. You can still be entertained if you want to take the family to professional wrestling and independent market. Just because it's independent does not mean that these guys are not stars, and they are stars, and they will entertain you. So you might be way better entertained in an independent than what I just saw at WrestleMania, even those guys are big names. It just didn't flow tonight. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I don't like shitting on stuff like that. I don't like shitting on the wrestling business. I do not. But if I was not a wrestling fan, I would have not watched it tonight. And that's true. And I can't help it. And it's my time, and my time is very valuable. That's how I look at it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in on this impromptu WrestleMania wrap-up night one. Like I said, I'm going to give it a C. That's all I can give it, is a C. Not a C minus, not a C plus, just a C. C. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because I will do the same thing tomorrow night right after. I'll make a thumbnail and go from there. But I appreciate it. You guys tune in, hit like and subscribe on the Triple B experience. And this week's going to be crazy with football talk, because the fucking Bengals just made the trade with the Giants for that Lawrence guy. So that's not good for us Steelers, because we right now still don't have no quarterback signs yet. So the Aaron Rodgers watch is still watching. So, Devil, God bless you, brother. Yeah, I went to the gym today too, Devil. I'm trying to lift. I am. It's trying to lift, go boxing. I got to get my food prepping in order. You know what I mean? And that's the problem, So I gotta get these guns fucking going, but I gotta get the stomach a little shrinking. Monday night, I'm going every day. I'm podcasting every day this week. Fuck it, people. Yeah, I know. Yep. That is too steep. And hopefully we don't draft a quarterback in the first round, or the second, or the third, or the fourth. But it's coming. It's that close time. NFL draft. It's going to be great. It's going to be, it's going to be good. Before I get out of here, remember, you guys can catch it all first night. We got the second night. I'm going to be, it's going to be me, Mark, and Shane. The first night, Mark's going to Pittsburgh to the NFL draft. The second night, which is Friday. And we're all going to be back Saturday. And we're going to hang out with everybody, get some pictures, just meet people that we've seen from the shows. We know a few of them, but it's nice to, just everybody just to meet and, take some pictures, and we can throw them up on the podcast and stuff like that. It'll be awesome, people. It's going to be great. I'm a little nervous. I am. Never done this before. And I'm traveling, and people are traveling from all over the world. I'm just going an hour and 20 minutes. Mark travels 28 hours in a 7-hour layover in Dallas. He's probably flying right now. So, but I appreciate you guys popping in. I'm going to, like I said, before I get out of here, I got Monday at 5, Dan Polinsky going to do the interview for Pros of Wrestling, with a big, huge event Saturday, the Bruno Sammartino Forever #2 event. And I'll be posting that on Facebook and all other social media stuff. So, okay, guys, thank you guys so much. It's 11:30. I don't know what I'm going to do. I should go to bed because I got to work tomorrow. But, hey, you guys have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And if you just watched it, rewatch it. And if you just jumped on, God bless you. Okay, guys, have a great night. See you tomorrow.